I know, darling. Yes. So I channel a group of higher dimensional light beings whom I refer to as the blue team. They are pure light, pure love. The lie narratives that we've been fed in our societies that make us feel less powerful than what we truly are is incredibly painful, incredibly triggering. This is the energy we're going to work with today. We're just going to call in the blue team and see what happens. Hello, my name is Carla. I'm a psychic. This is my full-time profession. I'm also a healer, a hypnotherapist, a dream worker, a yoga and meditation teacher, and really in so many ways I feel like these are all modalities that feed each other and layer and just add a richness to the work that I do. But psychic work is my full-time, and I channel a group of higher dimensional light beings whom I refer to as the blue team. They are pure light, pure love, and of course we work with that energy today. So we'll be channeling a practice from the blue team. I was recently listening to a couple of my teachers speaking about the major shots of energy that have been coming through to Earth and the major shifting that is unfolding for us, and how it is so important for us to get a lot more rest than normal as the DNA upgrades, as the energy changes and shifts. And that really resonated quite strongly for me. And the more we allow ourselves to lean into resting, healing, holding, allowing, right? All these energies that we've been taught in our society that are seen as lazy or not productive. And I think when we can really recognize, and it's one thing saying it, hearing it, but it's another thing to actually integrate that into your life, that having a nap is a productive activity. Sitting down under a tree and breathing and sighing, that is a productive activity. Sitting and having a cup of tea and putting your phone down just 5 minutes and not scrolling, that too is a productive activity. Taking time to listen, that is a productive activity. And when I say listen, I mean really just listen to what is within you, whatever is showing up. I know, darling. Yes. Well, we've got this cameo showing up today. We'll see if she settles down in a moment. I think it's quite possible that we might have some meowing through the meditation. So I hope that you will all just allow that to become background noise and allow it to be something that triggers you deeper into presence, deeper into the present moment as we move through today's session. But before I begin, I would love to offer the comment section up to all of you to share a little bit, maybe just one word, how you're feeling: happy, sad, grieving, joyful, peaceful, grounded, whatever it is that you're feeling today. I think struggling is a very common energy at the moment. And I think the first step is in acknowledging. So we can only move on and heal and overcome something when we first acknowledge it. I do actually have a meditation out here on Insight Timer called Shifting the Energy from Struggle to Ease, if that resonates for you. It is a edited version of one of the live sessions I did here on Insight Timer, so it is not the best audio quality in the world, but I still think it's an incredibly powerful practice, and I sometimes tap into that myself. So if you feel called to that, that might help a little bit. But of course, when it comes to any of these practices, I think it's foolish for us to think that, okay, I'm just going to do this meditation and that's just going to solve all my problems. That's like putting a plaster on a broken leg. Not really going to fix it. It can take time, but it certainly can become an aid and a tool in the process of that work. The transition space from I know we're making this big change, but we haven't quite stepped into it yet. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like I've been through many of those moments this year. It is very important, especially at this time, for us to allow ourselves to feel. In my ancestry, there's just been so much ignoring and burying of emotions and traumas, and it's just so much lack of acknowledgement of what people have been through in their lives. And the truth of the matter is that we then pass that pain, that trauma, that abuse, that feeling of brokenness and lack of worthiness, we pass that on to the next generation. But likewise, when we are brave enough to allow ourselves to feel, something leaves us and something heals. And I think not enough people acknowledge how healing it is to allow yourself to be connected and to be feeling and to be moving through grief. While in those moments we may feel dysregulated, that is the act of regulating. That is the act of healing. When we really just witness ourselves with honesty and allow the space with a sense of knowing this is not who I am, the feeling is not who I am, it's something that is moving through me right now. It is something I allow to move through me. And I'd love to just actually invite you, wherever you are, to just stand up for a moment and just shake everything off. Just give a good shake, right? Just a little jump up and down, shake the hands, roll the neck a little bit, just release and let go of any excess energy. Breathe deeply. Oh, so good for helping the system to regulate a little. And in your own time, finding your meditation posture for today. You might lie down. You may sit in a chair or even on the floor. Whatever feels good for you today and whatever allows you to be comfortable with the spine beautifully elongating. Become aware of the breath. Inviting that breath to travel deep into the stomach. Feel the expansion and contraction of the breath moving through the body. Rise and fall in the belly. And maybe you notice that the breath has slowed right down. Become aware of the position of the hands. Are they open to the universe or closed, focusing in on the self? No right or wrong, just simply observing where they're placed. And maybe if you feel to move them, you might change their position. And just for a few moments, let's stay with that breath. As I invite you to bring a count of 5 on the in-breath. And then we're going to hold the breath just for a moment. Then we're going to breathe out for the count of 5. And again, just hold that breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And continue at your own pace. And letting go now of the count, allowing the breath to flow naturally and calmly through the body. I'd like for you to bring your focus and attention to the pull of gravity on the body. That immediate connection that we have with the earth. That constant conversation between the bodies we inhabit and the body of the earth. Always that push-pull, that safe holding. And just track a line from the base of your spine to the center of the earth. A line representing that connection that really is always there. Just really bringing our awareness to that connection, allowing our consciousness to take that in. And bringing the focus now up to the belly button, or if you feel the portal a little bit lower, just underneath the belly button, to the Sacral Chakra. This energy portal is connected with our sexual organs, our divine creativity, and it is the space that connects us to our mother, and therefore our ancestry. This is also the space where we often bury trauma, shame, guilt, especially from childhood. And I'd just like for you to imagine, as the breath travels deep into the stomach, allowing that stomach to expand and contract. Just imagine a glowing, healing light, a swirling vortex portal beginning to open in the front and the back. As you breathe divine healing sustenance into that space. And many schools of thought label this chakra as the color orange. But of course, there is never a right or a wrong. There is your unique experience. And you might give it a different color. Whatever feels healing and delicious for you in this moment. And as we breathe energy into this space, if it resonates for you, and you might work here with the blue team who are already present. You may have your own teams in spirit or spirits that you prefer to work with. All that vibrates with love and healing may be invoked here. You may ask these powerful beings to aid and assist in removing any blockages, any false ideas and beliefs, any shame or guilt. Just helping us to process and move through that. Allowing us to come back to a space of safety. Just allow whatever comes up to come up. Stay with the breath. Allow the imagination to direct the energy here. Two beautiful spinning vortex cones out the front, out the back. Clearing, cleansing, opening safely, opening harmoniously, opening in divine love, and opening space right now, and of course in the coming days, for us to let go of the shame, of the guilt, as we dare to step into the truth of who we are. And I will weave some affirmations now. And you might feel called to speak these affirmations out loud. Or you may simply imagine the words floating into that sacral chakra as part of the cleansing process. I am worthy. I am the divine perfection of creation, one with all love, safe and protected. I allow healing. I allow feeling. I allow myself to process. I allow it all to move through me. I surrender. I accept. I am a divine child of this universe. I am innately worthy. I am golden. I choose love and compassion for myself and all of this universe that I am connected to. If you have a sacred symbol that you work with, it might be the Christian cross, might be an Egyptian ankh, it might be a Merkaba, it may be the 5-pointed star. Just imagine that symbol in front of you right now. Allow it to shimmer and shine. Allow it to be filled with all of the love and the healing of this universe. And allow that symbol to move through your sacral chakra, in through the front, out through the back, and then back in through the back and out through the front, flushing and cleansing as you breathe. And simply let go of any of the visualizations or imaginings. Giving thanks to the beings for their assistance in this energetic clearing. Bringing your focus and attention back to that grounding gravitational pull. Becoming very aware of the physical body. And give yourself a little smile, give yourself a hug. Thank yourself for showing up today, for taking a moment to be with your breath, your body, the sacred community, to play with the imagination. Very powerful. And whenever you are ready, you may come back into the space, gently open your eyes. And you know, I would love to point something out today. And now, of course, I say this from a space of I really believe in the energy work. I believe it is real. I believe in the beings. But even if you don't, science has shown us that your mind, your subconscious, does not know the difference between something you imagine and something that happens. And it is through your imagination, through image and what you focus on, that you embed powerful ideas into the subconscious. And the subconscious is like the programming master computer of all the cells of the body. And all the cells of the body kind of act like little computer chips. And the central processor is your imagination. And so even just on a very psychological, scientific, evidence-based level, you have literally just laid a program for your body to let go, to heal, to release, and to clear any energies that no longer serve you. Now, I will warn you a couple things. Number one, very important to drink lots of water, because often the body will throw out toxins. And if you don't drink lots of water to help the body flush those toxins, actually you can get sick with energy work. This has been evidenced multiple times. That's one. Number two, often when we embed new ideas into our subconscious as a program, it takes a little while for the body, like for the program to start running, and then for all of the, let's say we've just installed a good antivirus. It's going to get rid of some ideas and beliefs. It's going to take a little while for that antivirus to work and to find all of the things that we don't want anymore. And the way this is going to show up in your life is you may very well notice some triggering moments over the next couple of days. And you will have the opportunity to go, oh, this is where I'm being shown the shame that needs to be released, the guilt that needs to be released. And you have the opportunity to respond differently. So I really highly recommend a little bit of journaling over the next couple of days, and lots of deep breathing, lots of water, plenty of time barefoot on the soil, outside, lots of time with animals if you can, and just be kind and gentle with yourself as you allow some kind of shift to happen. What a privilege and an honor it has been to share this sacred space with you. Thank you for sharing your sacred time. I so appreciate to do this work. Shout out to the Blue team. Shout out to all of your guides who brought you here. Shout out to all of you for being on your journey. It is powerful. It's the most beautiful gift you give the world. And yeah, of course, if anyone feels called to donate today, if you want to support in that way, it really helps to make this a sustainable practice for us. We're deeply, deeply, deeply grateful for any of your support. Of course, there are plenty of beautiful ways to support your favorite teachers on the platform. You can hit attending on our live events. You can hit follow if it resonates to follow us. You can listen to our guided meditations, and of course hopefully those provide some wonderful support for you as well. And if you enjoy, you can leave us a review. I will be live again on Wednesday and on Thursday, so watch out for those. I'm certainly going to be live a lot more frequently. Am I understanding you correctly? You're asking, why do you have a hard time letting yourself go to sleep? I actually have a talk on Insight Timer, and it is in the free area, which is literally how I healed myself of insomnia. Now, that is not a meditation to help you fall asleep right now, but is a whole conversation which will certainly address that question. It's going to help you to put in routines and make little changes in your life that will make a huge difference for your sleep routine and patterning. I do have a meditation for insomnia. I have a heal yourself while you sleep talk down. I have lucid dreaming induction sleep meditations as well. It's really a challenging one, and of course often it is the overactive mind. And of course one of the best things you can do is don't let light come into your eyes, like dim the lights. The biggest mistake people make, unfortunately, is they scroll on social media, and that stimulates the production of melatonin in our brains, and then suddenly we're like wide awake, because our brains respond to light. You know, our bodies naturally regulate themselves to the circadian rhythm, and so fake and false or artificial light has really screwed with us. Even I notice a huge difference when I live in a city and there's so many fake lights around, compared to if I'm somewhere where there's, you know, not much street lights, not much lighting, so that when it gets dark, your body goes, okay, it's dark. Another thing that really helped me a lot was to just let go of the need to think that I have to sleep in order to rest, and to just let myself go into relaxation and meditation. And I think that was, you know, hands down one of the most powerful things, because I used to get myself so stressed out that I wasn't sleeping and I was going to be so exhausted the next day, and then that stress was kind of this like self-perpetuating cycle of, you know, cortisol moving through the body and adrenaline, and getting worried. It's like 3 a.m. and now I've only got 2 hours to sleep before I've got to get up, and of course it's just that stress cycle. But when I went, okay, it doesn't matter if I don't sleep, I let go of the need to make myself sleep, but I'm just going to relax and breathe. And then of course I did fall asleep. So it's kind of like a little mental trick. It worked for me, at least, so give it a try. Many blessings to you all. Divine loves. Mwah. Bye.